Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio Uncut. In the last episode, we got blue circuit scaled up, as well as oil stuff. Oil stuff's looking good. Man, that looks really, really, really ugly from up here, doesn't it? You can definitely tell what was landfilled. There's no hiding that. Power-wise, just looking here real quick. Yeah, we're doing very, very fine on that. Can we see our... No. Yes, we can. 16? Boy, that doesn't seem to be increasing very quickly. Oh, it's not because this is backed up. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll take care of that here real quick. I did want to go ahead and update this really quick. This is our low density structure area. We need, I think it's 56 is the number. So let's just go ahead and copy this and double it. Because if I'm not mistaken, that is the way that math works, and that should give us what we need. Yes, it does. All right, I think the yellow belt may be okay. We do, however, need to update the copper belt coming in to be red. What are you guys doing? Oh, that's for the old wall. Okay, that can be cleaned up. Yeah, all of that needs to be red. And then we need to be sure that we're actually bringing in red belts of copper over here, which we are not. Let's see, that needs to go the other way. But that should be working. How are we bringing copper in? That's coming to right here. Let's just go ahead and take this one down. It may not be needed, but then again, it may. Let's just end that one right there. And that will help ensure that we are getting a full line going into there. All right, and all you guys are producing. That should help quite significantly, not only with yellow science, because that's going to be overproducing quite a bit until it's actually time to do that. We are actually producing yellow science now, so science is moving again. Let's see, what are we doing here? Let's get rid of those. Let's go ahead and get the space science so we can work on that someday. These are all infinite. All right, let's do the laser. Then let's do the trash slots. And then let's finally get caught up on braking speed. I need to go through and test that someday. The braking speed, it seems so silly, but I don't know, maybe it does. I think it's pretty much so that your trains can actually go faster into the stations. It's supposed to increase efficiency that way. It's always seemed kind of silly to me, though. All right, so let's see. What were we doing? Oh, I was going to go over here and check out uranium. Is that walkable? I'm sure that it probably is. Oh, our car's right here. Well, isn't that convenient? We'll take this path out like that. We'll hop in our car and head over there to uranium, fix that situation, and I will see you shortly. And I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. They're great guys to hang out with. But the problem is, now I don't feel like I can just go out and watch a movie myself because I may be watching a movie that they might want to do on movie night. And nobody wants to do that. So yeah, it's a big problem. And these are the problems that I face and why I've really decided that I shouldn't really complain about anything ever. But that should at least punt the uranium situation for a little bit. Until we get 40, then we don't have to buffer like that because we'll be compressing them down by the Coverex process. But for right now, that'll buy us a little bit of time. All right, so I want to start working on getting the coal liquefaction up and running. And let's see. I had those numbers up right here. So yeah, to get I bumped up the rocket fuel amount just a little bit, just to have a little bit spare. I did that in the last series too, the Impractical series, and we ended up with way too much rocket fuel. So I bumped it down from there, but up from where I usually go. Let's see, that would be 6. What are we missing? Steel, probably. 7, 8, 9. So yeah, 9 refineries, and then 21, 22, 23, 29 chemical plants. We should have 10 in our inventory, right? I'm assuming. Boy, we've started to accumulate a lot of garbage. We have 11 in our inventory, and I don't remember how many I said we needed. I do know that I want to grab one of these guys and just have them in our pocket for next time we're over in the uranium area. Oh, we got uranium fuel cells, too. Who knows how we ended up with those? What are we doing? Chemical plants. That was the name of the game. That gives us 31. We need 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, that should be good. And then just a ton of pipe. We don't have recyclers for chips and some of these other items. Need to look into doing that, as well as buffers. Yeah, we need to get that. We need to get that going. Let's see. I think I yanked these logistic robots out of like the main network last time. Let's go ahead and replace those. Okay, we got pipes. We're going to need 44 factories, so we should be covered there. And now all we need is coal. Where's coal at? We have this coal up here. We have our coal here. To do coal liquefaction, we need water. And that's basically kind of what I'm thinking about right now. I mean, I guess we could do it... I guess we could do it on site somewhere. Like maybe we do it like right in this area and then just bring in coal from this station. We'll have water right here. We will want to have it close to our uranium 238 or 235 because we'll be making nuclear fuel. Wow. Boy, you guys have snuck in. Yeah, let's take this out. Boy, that's a lot of expansions over here. Oh my, they're over here too. Is that everywhere or just there? Ah, one here too. All right, good things to know. All right, we need to go visit that area here soon again. Okay, so where were we? I've forgotten. Okay, we already have coal here. This is a lot of coal. I would almost rather not do it next to a coal mine, do it somewhere else. Oh, this is tempting though. This is very tempting. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it in this area, and we'll just train in coal over here. We'll build all our coal liquefaction. Well, actually, maybe we can do it over here. Do we need this steam anymore? I mean, really, couldn't we just take all of this out and then just do all of it here? Then run that down the bus. And, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We won't have any steam power at all. We don't need it anymore. We're nuked. I like it. Let's do it. I don't know how I didn't hit a power pole there. Okay, so that would mean all of you guys are gone. Turn off my own robots. See if there are any load-bearing power poles. It wouldn't surprise me if there were. Anything blinking? The train stations are. That's not surprising. But the base is. Okay, let's just run a line. Oh, are we out? Let's see. That should cinch it up, I believe. That ain't right. Let's do it on this line. There. There. All right, that should power all those up. All right, so we should have refineries. Let's go ahead and get that situated. We're going to do coal liquefaction. It takes coal, it takes heavy oil, and it takes steam. And produces basically the same three things that these guys do, whereas they produce 25 heavy oil, 45 light oil, and 55 petroleum. This process does 90 heavy oil, 20, and 10 petroleum. So it's a little bit lighter. Let's see. We'll have a belt coming in like that. We'll have that and that. Something like that right there. Actually, can we take... Let's take you out. And we should be able to just run you like this, right? And we still get a spot right there where you can put an inserter in. All right, and we could make that a little bit tighter and make that a little bit tighter by using undergrounds, but no, actually we couldn't. Because if we brought that in, it wouldn't be worth it. All right, we'll take these out. Do just a regular petroleum kind of line here. Power pole. Let's see. Are we in logistics range? Kind of. Let's just request some. I haven't been doing that a lot this series. Mostly because I just don't like waiting like this. Like a goober. But, it may come to that. You know what? Let's, oh, I don't have any lights. Okay, so I can't. Sorry, I tried. Thought about it. Let's turn off our robots. They are off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? Yes. And is that where we want this? Probably not. Let's go ahead and move this down a ways. Move it up a little ways. To about right. Let's do it right there. And I think I actually want to reverse this and have it going up that way. Okay, so then we could take this row right here and then just send it up there where it was going into the power. It'll now go up that way. Let's see, did we recover any of our boilers? We did. Because we need steam in order to get this to work. Let's see, we're going to have to turn on our own robots because they're the ones that have the refineries. It would have made more sense to have the heavy oil go on the inside and the light oil or the steam go on the outside. Actually, we can make this work. Why don't you turn around and be right there? We'll get water coming in up here. Like that. Burners, probably not. Probably just the regular ones will be just fine. That'll come through here. I think 2 of these should be enough. We'll throw an underground going right here. That comes out. That goes in like that. Okay, that should be ready to go. All right, and all of these are coming out. Let's see, we're not going to want the heavy oil out of this process. So we can send all of that to the top. And I want that going into a tank. This is the heavy oil that the process is producing. And are we in robot range up here? Yes, we are. Let's see. Can we grab a pump? I know we have a couple of them. Heavy oil is going to go into here. We need to feed that heavy oil back into the process in order to support the coal liquefaction. So that will go, that'll get it that way. But we're going to produce more than we use. Right? This is produced 25, and it requires 25. It produces 90. So 25 of that's going to come in here, and the rest of that we need to crack off. And we're going to need 6 of these cracking, which by a coincidence is actually what we have right here. So let's go ahead and steal that. And let's see, I think in the last series, what I did, since it's producing light oil, I just lined this up so that the cracking and the light oil coming in will share the same line coming in. I think I'm going to continue that. Let's see, you get another pump coming up. Oh, here, let's actually raise this by a couple. Right there. Okay, and let's see, we need water. Will water pass through here? I assume so. The problem is that we've got that there. What if we just took it out here? Okay, that feeds in our water. That will feed up to there. That gets you your water. That gets you your that stuff. You guys are going to need power. And then I want to set some logistic condition on here that says we only want to pump that when there's less than 5,000, greater than 5,000 in there. All of a sudden, I'm curious. I want to check this logic down here to see if I did that correctly, because I haven't checked. Okay, no, it looks okay. That's off. We have less. Okay. Because I do always want to have heavy oil in here because we need that to run the process. So this is the priority. It's going to run all the time, and only when we have an excess will we go and crack it off. And that will come down here, and this will be our main. This will be our main light oil line coming all the way down. All right, and the light oil as well as the petroleum are used to. We're gonna use those to make the fuel. So let's see. Not the solid fuel. That's the next step. I don't think I've reviewed that, have I? Let's just break it down here. We need solid fuel as well as light oil to make rocket fuel. That recipe, I realized it changed in the last series. It's still weird to look at. And for solid fuel, we just need, we can make solid fuel from light oil. We can make it from petroleum. We're not going to do anything with our excess petroleum. We're going to make this a closed loop. So we need a couple of machines making the solid fuel from petroleum just to burn that off. But majority of them are going to be these guys right here. And that takes 2 seconds. So if we do that right there, that should work. And yeah, I think we just do like that right there. All right, and we're going to need basically 21 of these machines, which is a lot. That's, I don't know how many. Still not sure. I lost track. I lost count. 9 and 10 is what it felt like. Okay, how many is that? Well, that's 36. That's way more than we needed. So we need to take off basically 16 of them. All right. So we needed 21. That gives us 22, and I'm doing this just for just to make it a little bit easier. All right, that should be able to produce all of our, or most of our solid fuel, and then we want a couple of extras up here that are just there to burn off the excess petroleum. So you will be set to make it from petroleum, as will you. All right, I think we can tighten this up a little bit. Just a little experience to impart to you if you are planning on doing coal liquefaction and you do a setup like this. In the last series, the first time I set this up, I set these two down here to be based off of petroleum, and all the rest of them were light oil. What had happened is that, so this part of the belt's going to back up before this part of the belt over here. So what happened is that we backed up solid fuel to about like, oh, it doesn't matter where, let's say right here. So this was all backed up, and these guys couldn't output their stuff. They were set to use the petroleum, and they could never output. So what had happened is we basically deadlocked the system because we were clogged with petroleum. So by putting them up here, this is the very last one to ever be backed up. So you're guaranteeing that it's going to be sent out. It's much more better to keep the petroleum at the top of the line than at the bottom of the line. Okay, so that's good right there. Okay, let's see. We can't take that out. I guess we could. We could just do this right here. Let's waste the underground so we can walk. And that'll feed down there. Like that. And that'll feed petroleum coming in like that, where that will get burned off. And then we have this line coming up. Coming up, then coming back down. And I think that'll be good. Can we do this with one power pole right here? It appears so. But that doesn't connect. All right, but that does. All right, those are cocked and loaded and ready to go. And then our next step is the rocket fuel. And we are going to need 44 of those. Let's see, these require light oil now, which is unfortunate. But I believe it works. We can just do an input belt, an output belt. Bring those like that. And let's see. There. Output, input. That's the output belt. Yes, this is the input belt. Okay, and I think we will have to do power poles on both sides because this won't reach over to that factory. All right, let's see. That is... that can be brought over a little bit, I believe. Oh, did that? I thought that was a cut. I guess that was a copy. Cut. Paste. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 should be 40, and that should be 44. All right, and that's going to cause a little bit of a conflict there that I'm not too happy about. So let's take the whole shebang and move it over by one tile. Okay, so our light oil is coming up. It's coming down. It's going over. Then coming up. Going across. And I'm not sure why we have a pipe every couple of spaces here. But we do. All right, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that should be the whole rocket fuel setup. It's a little bit on the long and clunky side. Part of me is wanting to take this and move it into here somehow just to compact it up a little bit, but I don't know. I think we should probably check to see if it actually works first. That there so we can walk through it, trim off the excess. This gonna run right up there, and then we will have our rocket fuel coming out right here. All right, to get this started, we're going to have to prime it. And to prime it, I think we're going to have to get some heavy oil somehow. We're basically using it all right now. It's not producing because petroleum is backed up because we're not using that. Let's see. Let's do this. This is what I did in the last episode. Our last series. Oh, we don't have any assemblers. All right. Well, let's see. This looks like a pretty good place to stop. We've been going on for a ways now. So I'm going to go ahead and head down to the mall, grab some more assemblers. Did we ever get our power poles? So yeah, requested 100. We have 55. So yeah, I guess the answer to that is a big no. Oh, now they're coming. Great. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where we will get... Oh, good. We're almost out of our assemblers. That makes me happy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that process started. And then I think we just need rocket control units after that, right? Rocket control, rocket fuel, and rocket. Yay. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.